There are certain shows that instantly feel comforting the moment they return, like an old friend showing up at your door with a story to tell. Only Murders in the Building Season 5 has exactly that kind of energy. Warm, witty, and oddly reassuring despite the body count. And truthfully, this might just be the strongest season yet. This time around, the drama kicks off after the shocking death of Arconia's longtime doorman, Lester. His sudden exit puts Charles, Steve Martin, Oliver, Martin Short, and Mabel, Selena Gomez, right back in the middle of another puzzling mystery. Alongside familiar faces from past seasons, the new cast members, Renée Zellweger, Dianne Wiest, and Keegan-Michael Key, slide in with style, each adding a fresh spark to the story. What makes this season stand out is its ability to keep the laughs coming without ever losing sight of the intrigue. It's rare for a comedy drama to balance genuine humor with the tension of a murder mystery, but this show thrives in that space. You'll find yourself laughing out loud one minute, then leaning forward the next, convinced you've figured out the killer, only to realize you're probably wrong. Yes, the formula remains familiar, but that's part of its charm. The show knows it's a little outrageous, and it leans into that chaos without apology. The result is pure entertainment. What really elevates this season is how it blends the comfort of the original trio with the excitement of new dynamic. The cast has settled so deeply into their roles that watching them feels effortless, while the fresh additions keep things unpredictable. At first glance, Season 5 almost feels like a playful satire, a kind of grown-up Disney Channel for people who never want to give up their sense of silliness. And honestly, that's what makes it so delightful. The show bends the rules of traditional television, refusing to be confined by standard genre boxes. It dances between comedy, drama, and parody in a way that makes it entirely its own. Of course, the heart of the series remains the chemistry between Martin, Short, and Gomez. Their unlikely trio has become one of TV's most lovable friendships, both believable and endlessly entertaining. That dynamic alone could carry the show, but thankfully, Season 5 doesn't just coast on it, it builds around it with clever twists and standout performances. Now, if we're being nitpicky, there are moments where the story edges into the far-fetched. After all, by this point, 4 murders have already taken place in the Arconia. Any rational tenant would have packed up long ago. But this is a world where logic takes a backseat to entertainment, and if you've stuck around this long, you're probably not looking for realism anyway. The one real drawback, a noticeable dip in Meryl Streep's screen time. After her unforgettable debut in Season 3, fans will likely miss her presence early on. But when Loretta finally resurfaces later in the season, she does so with a bang, playing a Danish clairvoyant in a way only Streep could pull off. It's wild, hilarious, and completely worth the wait. And let's not forget the guest stars. Zellweger, in particular, delivers one of the most wonderfully camp performances the show has seen in years, managing to hold her own against Oliver's unmatched flair for dramatics. At the end of the day, Season 5 doesn't reinvent Only Murders in the Building, and it doesn't need to. What it does instead is refine what was already working and crank up the fun. The result is a season that feels bigger, bolder, and somehow even more addictive. If you thought this show couldn't get more unhinged, think again.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.